Cowboys Hour at Sidecar Social in the Star District in Frisco. And, of course, it's Nicole Hutchinson sitting over here. So a big hand for Nicole Hutchinson, just her second week with the Cowboys website and doing this program. Nice to see you again.
Excited to be here.
And over there, our special guest this evening, Cowboys defensive back Jourdan Lewis. How excited we are. There you go. There's a little love for you. Thanks for coming.
Appreciate you guys for
having me. You bet. Thank you very much. Delighted to have you all with us on Victory Tuesday. We can pretend it's Monday, especially since it's a bye week. We can pretend it's Monday for a minute because the Victory Monday signs are here, and we will honor that. We're delighted to have you with us wherever you're listening around the Dallas Cowboys radio network and wherever and whenever you are streaming on DallasCowboys.com. That's the little black box, so just wave to them and say. And we're very happy that the Cowboys are celebrating Victory Tuesday because they won last night, beat the Chargers. Are we in church or what's going on? Wow. We can sit in the studio and do that now. Right. Come on. And we're delighted that I think, as Joe Trahan of the Communications Department and I were discussing, I think we're done with the 4 a.m. arrivals.
You think so?
I think so.
All right.
There are no more scheduled. You sound skeptical.
Yeah, I'm still scared.
Of what?
Of having to do that. Well,
he's not a fan of that.
No.
Not a fan.
No, me either. But right now, we don't have any more night road games scheduled.
Okay. All right.
Okay? Scheduled. Beware the flex.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
All right. So Jourdan Lewis brings not only a starter and star perspective, but a veteran perspective. It feels to me like you've been playing 10 years.
Yep.
But you haven't.
I haven't.
Is it 6?
7.
7? Okay,
yeah,
so we'll
7.
split the difference.
Yeah.
So that leads me to the question of how big a deal was winning that game last night?
Going into a bye meant a lot. Coming off of a loss how we did, it meant that we had some momentum going into the bye week, and everybody's feeling good, and we can enjoy this week off and rejuvenate and look forward to the Rams.
Now, if the game hadn't gone the way you wanted it to, everybody would have said, it's just one game, we're 3-3, and we will regroup during the bye, and we'll come out strong and ready to go. Would everybody have been lying then?
3-3 is nasty. Yeah, you don't want to go 500, going into the bye. So we didn't even put that in existence. We knew that we were going out there and get a victory, and we just talked about it and manifested it.
Coach Mike McCarthy said today in the press conference that after that 49ers loss, the message in chapel was, let's stop looking into the past. Was that kind of, I guess, did that help heading into that Monday night?
Yeah, like we said, we put the 49ers loss behind us, and we just focused on, the Chargers, and we just tried to get the job done any means necessary. So I feel like we did that. We did. So yeah.
Has there been a time in your professional career when you have seen a loss linger too long?
I've seen a loss, carry over bad momentum, and then it carried to the next week, and then that week carried to the next. So I've seen some games where we thought we had them, and it kind of changed our trajectory.
And then when did you know during the past week of practice that was not going to happen? Doesn't guarantee you're going to win the game, but at least your mind is right. When did you know during the week of practice that was the case?
We talked about it as soon as we watched the 49ers film.
Which was on Wednesday.
Yeah. Yep. So we watched it, and we said that, we're not going to let this happen again. We're not going to let anything like the Arizona game and, the 49ers game happen again. So we just went out there and we executed.
How was the locker room atmosphere today? I know you guys just had workouts and strength and conditioning, but was the atmosphere just a lot lighter?
Yeah, it was.
Today?
It was a relief, you
Yeah.
know, to feel that, you know, we have a win going into the bye because, you know, having a loss and that having, you know, having time off is kind of terrible. So you want to go in there with the bye with a good taste in your mouth, and we did that, and everybody in the locker room was excited. So.
Does it put any more urgency on? I think Coach McCarthy's got a good record in his coaching career of winning after the bye. Does it put more urgency on the next game after the bye so that to make sure the momentum continues to be positive?
It just not really. I just feel like we don't have to, you know, reinvent the wheel. We don't have to, you know, think too hard about, you know, how we're gonna get a win. We just have to play to our standards, you know. And we got back to that. We don't have to do anything extra, and guys know that we don't have to play out of our body and play hero ball. We just have to play to our standards.
DeMarcus Lawrence said something interesting. I think it was last week during practice, I think. Could have been before the 49ers game. But it was just an aside. It was just a casual conversation. And what he said was, we, meaning the defense, we have had our adversity when we lost Trey. And he's talking about Trayvon Diggs, of course. So I would love, and I think fans would love to hear you talk as a key member of the secondary about how did things change. And I presume they're still in something of a state of flux.
Yeah.
How did things change when you had to adjust to temporary life after Diggs?
I mean, it was so unexpected. I mean, because he's never missed a game, I don't think. So we didn't foresee that coming in the middle of the week, actually on a Thursday. So like that was one of our last hard practices of the week. So it was a big blow, and we just knew that, you know, we lost one of the biggest playmakers in the NFL. So I mean, just the swag he brings on the football field, not just, you know, being able to lock down one side of the field, just, you know, the aura that he brings, you know, the energy that he brings just with his play. I mean, we definitely miss him. We definitely miss him, and I mean, in some stretches you can see that, you know. So like we definitely gotta, you know, I guess just cultivate that energy that he brings to the find a way to generate that energy, you know.
And do you guys in the DB room, do you have to play differently?
Not really. I mean, we all are playmakers, but I mean, he's one of the premier, you know, playmakers. So that you can't say too much for a guy that can play at that level at every single time. You know, he goes out on the field. So I mean, that's just an extra boost, I would say, to the talent that we already had in the locker room.
With that, and having Jourdan Bland, such a young guy, having to step up in a big shoe to fill for you and the other veteran guys, what was the message to him in order to get him kind of going?
It wasn't really a message. Just do what you do. I mean, I've seen it before, you know, in training camp before he even played his first game, that he was special, that he could play. And we knew that he would, you know, he had the composure to go out there and play down in and down out. And just told him, just be you, honestly. So that's really what the message was, and you can see he's doing an amazing job.
That's such an interesting thing to me. You all say you could, you know, players know players. You saw it when he came in.
Yeah.
As a fifth-round pick from Fresno.
Didn't matter. He lined up against some of the best, and we was like, oh man, he can really go. He can really go.
You know, this is something that people forget, or maybe didn't know. But I was just refreshing my memory about Jourdan Lewis today. Two-time All-American. Two-time All-American at the University of Michigan. And one of the top corners in the draft, and you went in the third round, and I don't know if anybody paid any attention to the fact that you were a two-time All-American when you came in here. And now, and Cheeto was the second round that year. So all people know when you come in is, well, there's a second round pick and there's a third round pick, right? Exactly. And so what did you have to, what kind of preconceived notions did you have to overcome?
That I was small, you know, that I was a little cornerback, that, you know, that the league was moving away from that, and I was a third round corner, so it was just like, what can he really bring us, So just going out there, like I said, like I told Jourdan, just be yourself. Go out there and play football and be the playmaker that you know you can be. So.
That's something that you kind of dealt with as a little kid, though, in 7th grade. I remember seeing where in Detroit, your mom sent you to the west side to play football, and instead of the east side, you were kind of smaller just to face some better competition.
I actually wanted to get held back.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of cried when my mom told me I couldn't get held back.
You wanted to reclassify?
Absolutely, yeah. I wanted to be bigger than other kids.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, but how did you persevere from, being such a small guy and kind of facing that all the time?
I just knew I wanted to play football. That was it. Yeah, that was just my desire to go out there and compete. That's all I could do. I mean, I can't be taller, can't be anything else. But what I am, just going out there and finding ways to be effective. Honestly, so worked on my craft and didn't let anybody tell me no.
So let's kind of recalibrate. Well, first of all, what are you going to do with the bye week?
Actually,
because you're off now, right?
Yeah.
You're off till next week.
Yeah, yes, sir. So I'm gonna stay here. We're gonna stay here. I actually just moved into my new home.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. So we trying to get everything furnished. So it's a lot.
Have you already started shopping for furniture?
Online.
Online.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Well, people will deliver that and set it up for you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
It's an app for that too.
Yeah. You're darn right there is. You're darn tootin' there is. And so, when you come back Monday, is that the next time you come back in on Monday?
I think Sunday. Sunday we come in and do something, I believe.
So, does it feel like you have just completely cleaned out the cobwebs? Then how would you describe the importance of that bye week for an NFL player?
It's amazing. Honestly, just getting your body back, physically getting ready to play the next week and being able to mentally prepare for the next opponent and have a few days on them, to see film and see what they do best and get a jump on them. So, I mean, it means a lot in the NFL season where, anything can happen. And, this is an ultra-talented league where it's like whatever advantage you can get, you should take it.
Do you know who you play next?
The Rams.
Okay.
Los Angeles.
Okay, but I asked because, first of all, you're a football fan, right?
Yeah.
You like to watch football.
Yeah.
Not every NFL player is a football fan.
No, not at all.
And there are some guys who will know, but not necessarily going into a bye. Mm-hmm. They'll know who the next game is. Mm-hmm. And then they haven't looked at it.
No,
you know
I look
the schedule past that?
Yeah. Past that, I don't go that far past. I don't know.
So one game at a time.
One game at a time. Yeah.
So you're going to be watching Cooper Kupp film during your bye?
I've already started.
You have already
Wow.
started, and there's why Jourdan Lewis is Jourdan Lewis. We are delighted to have the Cowboys cornerback with us this evening on the Cowboys Hour. We're at Sidecar Social in Frisco in the Star District.
And Albertson and Tom Thumb, the official supermarket and pharmacy of the Dallas Cowboys. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Go Cowboys! Cowboys Hour, supported by Albertsons.
And welcome back. Welcome back to the Cowboys Hour at Sidecar Social in Frisco. It's Victory Tuesday. Brad Sham, Nicole Hutchinson, our special guest. Jourdan Lewis, the Cowboys defensive back and proud Michigan man. Michigan State this week, is that still a big deal since they're not
I don't know how big it is right now. I think Michigan State like 1-4, 5 or something like that.
I'll check.
It's bad. It's bad.
2-4.
2-4.
2-4.
Same thing.
Your team is 7-0.
Yeah. Yep.
What was your favorite memory from that rivalry back then when you were there?
We won in East Lansing in 2007, my senior year. So we beat them. We beat them pretty good.
Once?
Too.
Just
Yeah,
once?
They,
And how about against the red team?
I don't want to talk about it.
The red team.
I don't want to talk about it.
Really?
Nope.
Every year?
They cheated me. They cheated us my senior year.
How so?
JT was short, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Wow. You're still bitter.
He's a competitor.
Yeah, I want to win the Big Ten, Brad.
I understand. Did you and Micah bet anything on the Penn State game last year?
No, he's scared of that. He might this year because Penn State is good now.
And what kind of things would you guys bet?
Can't talk about it on air.
Okay, hey, it's my job's to ask.
It
You
is.
You don't have to answer. That's fine. And so have you plotted out when and where the national championship game is? And
I haven't. I know it's not a Rose Bowl anymore, is it? The championship, it won't be, right?
the Rose Bowl will not have the national championship game. I'll tell you.
Because I always want to go to the Rose Bowl.
What are they going to do when there's only like 2 teams left in the Pac-12 next year? How are they going to have a Rose Bowl?
Right. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. What are those teams gonna do in the West when they go to Indiana in November? That didn't make any sense.
They're going to sit on a plane for a long time. Is what they're going to do.
And freeze.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not smart.
Yeah. And nonetheless, it's done. So I'll look this. So let's see the bowls. Well, they don't. There's the LA Bowl. It'll take me a minute. So let's talk about my favorite play of the Cowboys season so far. We're only 6 games in. Everybody might have their own favorite. Maybe it was Tony Pollard's 60-yard snatch and grab last night. That was pretty good. CD's had a couple of good plays. Dak's had a couple of good. Obviously, Micah's had. But my favorite play of the first 6 games is Jourdan Lewis stealing the ball from Christian McCaffrey on the goal line going in San Francisco. And I was just so tickled when you explained to me the biology of that play, because it wasn't like you were attacking him. You were waiting for him.
Yeah.
You were planted. I see you coming. Bring it right here.
Yeah.
So just walk us through that play.
Yeah. So I mean, it parted like the Red Sea, and it was just me and him, and he knew that, and he wanted to punish me. So
he didn't try to change direction.
No, he wanted to run through me. Yeah. So I'm still my ground. Just don't let him score, and if anything, just don't let him score. That was my whole thing, and I was just like, oh well, the ball right here, so why not try to pull at it?
But he wasn't hanging it like carelessly, was he? He had it tucked in.
No, he had it tucked. It was for full contact. He was trying to run into me.
What makes it so hard to contain a guy like Christian McCaffrey?
He can do everything.
Yeah.
From the backfield, he can catch. He can make explosive runs inside, outside. So I mean, it's his game. It has no limits, honestly. He can play from the slot, anything. So
that's my favorite play of the year.
I appreciate you so much.
I
man.
mean, drop down. I see you. Come on, right here.
My teammates laugh at me.
Why?
I got ran over.
You got ran over. Where was contact? At the 3?
Yeah. And I got the ball. That was it.
You might have gotten knocked down. I wouldn't say you got ran.
Oh no, I was on my back. I got ran over.
If you'd got run over, he'd have plowed right through you. He'd have knocked you down. He'd have kept the ball, and he'd have scored.
Brad, he went forward. I went backward.
I understand, but he had all the momentum.
That's
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you.
I feel it. I appreciate it.
I'm trying to help you
But it's
out.
on the internet, Brad.
Yeah, I know it's on the internet. I know. That's still my favorite play so far. Here, come on, big boy. Bring it right in here. I got it, and I got the ball, and then we'll talk about it later. I would like to talk about your evolution from that All-American cornerback who was drafted into kind of a specialist.
Yeah.
Right? You're viewed as a slot corner right now. Now, you could go out and play outside because you've done it all your life, but you're viewed as a little bit of a specialist. Do you like that? Do you like the way the game has evolved?
I mean, I don't mind it because I know I can play other places. You know, I don't mind it because I know this is what the team needs of me right now, and I enjoy, doing what I do for the team. Yeah.
I think the beauty of this defense is that you guys have a lot of versatile guys, right?
Yeah.
So what makes that so unique, and what makes that so special to have so many guys that can play different positions?
First off, it started off with DQ and Joe Witt. So, they put a plan together to make it positionless football. So, to where it's like you can get the best talent on the field at all times. So, it doesn't matter who's at linebacker, who's at end, who's at safety, corner, slot. We all understand the defense as well as, the next position. So, it starts right there. And then, they get the pieces to do it. We got Gilly, we got DB, we got JK, we got Micah, Malik. It's loaded. Donovan. So we got the pieces to do a lot of different things, and guys can go out there and execute it. So, it starts with, the system that we have in place, and then, having the guys to go out there and just go out there and do it. So.
Is that something that you embodied when you were younger growing up playing football, or when you got here with the Dallas Cowboys?
So I kind of learned how to play different positions from here, but I knew how to play defense as a whole my entire life because I played linebacker. Like I said, I wanted to reclassify and be bigger than everybody. I could play linebacker. I could play safety. I had some range, and now it all it's a culmination of everything where we have a system that it's easy for us to go out there and play everything, and we understand why we playing different positions. So.
Yeah, well, you could have played linebacker in high school.
Yeah.
But you don't need to be going out and doing what Marquise Bell did last night.
We just talked about it, Brad. I got ran over. There's no more linebacker in my
yeah, but that's different.
Future.
Does it surprise you that a guy, he was, Dan Quinn talked today about, I hadn't heard him say this before, that when Marquise came in, rookie free agent, and Dan's first thought was to move him from safety to linebacker because he played safety in college. Yeah. And then he said, no, you know what? I see how he moves at safety. Let me leave him there. Yeah. And now he's a full-time linebacker for the rest of this year. Yeah. Does that surprise you that a guy can do that?
It doesn't. Like I said, we were coached to play different positions. We coached to go out there and understand different positions, understand what the linebackers do, understand what the secondary does. So, we know why we do things, and, we're taught, we have skill development to where it's like guys understand how to play safety, guys understand how to, fit the run as a linebacker. So, we just have amazing coaches and amazing players. So, I just, it's like the perfect storm.
Well, and you're one of the smartest players in the locker room, but you might know where to line up as a linebacker.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that's a good idea.
Yeah, for sure. I can get the job done if it maybe
if your name's called.
Yeah, man, when my name's called, on those special moments. But like you said, when the ball is hyped every down, I don't know about linebacker.
Let's remember what our physical dimensions are.
Absolutely.
And exactly what our skill set points to.
Yeah.
Okay? We're at Sidecar Social on the Cowboys Hour. Jourdan Lewis is our special guest this evening. We'll be right back.
Clear. Behind the scenes. Go Cowboys! to the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour, supported by Albertsons.
And supported by...
Luke Casey, the official bootmaker of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
I'm Brad Sham with Nicole Hutchinson, our special guest, Jourdan Lewis, the Cowboys defensive back. We are at Sidecar Social in Frisco. It's Victory Tuesday. There we go. That's what I like.
Finally.
Go ahead.
Jourdan, you've been with the Cowboys for 7 years. You've obviously understood what the core values of what it means to be a Dallas Cowboy. In your words, what does it mean to be a Dallas Cowboy?
Man. Resilient. Resilient, honestly. I mean, it's a lot that comes with this. And you definitely have to have tough skin and have your work boots on every day to come out here and, you know, be a Cowboy and last as long as, you know, I have, which is a blessing.
Yeah. What's your experience been like?
It's been an experience.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm grateful for it. Honestly, I mean, it made me a better person, a better player, and I definitely appreciate, you know, the city of Dallas and the Cowboys organization.
Have you, I know that you and Cheeto Awuzie were really close when he was here. Are you still really tight?
Heck yeah.
Do you, have you talked to him about how it's different being a Cincinnati Bengal?
He just offered up. I don't even have to ask him. He's like, bro.
What'd he say?
It's just, you know, he focused on football. You know, it's definitely a lot that comes with being a Cowboy, not just, you know, going out there and performing. And you gotta worry about the media. You gotta worry about, you know, the diehard fans, which we appreciate. Yeah. But he says it's really all about football there, because that's all that they, you know, it's just not trying to diminish anybody's organization, but he's like, it's Cincinnati.
It's different.
Yeah.
I mean, but they have diehard Bengal fans.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
With the standard being so high here, is there ever any pressure for you personally going out on the field and knowing that, listen, I've got to, you know, be held to a certain standard?
I mean, for any like live performer, I'm pretty sure it's always gonna be pressure. But you gotta remember, like, I've been doing this, you know, my entire life, and you just worry about, you know, the things that you can control and play your techniques and you know, just trusting your abilities.
When did it? Michigan's not like University of Michigan is not, you know, in the middle of nowhere. It's pretty high profile, but it's not the Dallas Cowboys, which is a little different than almost everything else. When did it occur to you guys, and I'm presuming that there was some time in your rookie year that, this is more than we really understood we were getting into?
Yeah, man. Once I started playing my rookie year, my second game, and it was just I was out there playing ball.
By the way, was that the game in Denver?
Yes.
That was such a mess.
Yes.
That was a bad game.
It was bad. It was bad.
That was a really bad game.
3 corners went down. I wasn't even supposed to suit up that game. So, yeah. I started playing that game. I got my first interception that game.
I remember. And who was the safety that came in with you guys who went to Minnesota?
Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods, who was like a 6th-round pick or something, and he winds up playing in the slot that day.
Yeah. Heck yeah. It's crazy.
Okay, so there you are in that horrible game.
Yeah, and I just, you know, I was just out there playing, honestly, just playing cornerback, you know, just out there winging it. And then I think we go to Arizona, was it, or something? I forget. It was a long time ago. And I played well, and I started, you know, getting confidence and stuff like that. And then they started demanding more of me. You know, they started demanding me, you know, to understand, you know, the actual reason why we're doing stuff, the reason why you out, you know, what leverages and stuff like that you had. And it was a lot for me. It was a lot when I was just like, and the rookie wall is hitting me, and, you know, I'm getting tired, mentally fatigued, and it's just like, dang, man, this is a lot. This is a lot more than just going out there and playing football, because it's like it's the mental part of it that I really didn't understand when I came in.
Who got you through that?
I mean, Cheeto was right there alongside of me. Honestly.
But you were both rookies experiencing the same thing.
Yeah, heck yeah. But I mean, it was like we said, we had each other this whole time, so it was just, you know, we always, you know, confided in each other and understood that, you know, this is what we always enjoy to do, so we got to find a way.
So one of the things that we were talking about it before we went on the air here this evening, but it's so interesting to me is that you've had in 7 years, what did we figure out, 4 different defensive coordinators?
Yeah, well, like 4 different defensive systems, because
Right.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot. So I think my first thing that I want to hear you talk about is it's clear that there's something about what Dan Quinn does. Some of it's Dan, some of it's Joe Witt, some of it's Al Harris. I understand all that, the individual coaches. But there's something about this system that has allowed you to really thrive and blossom.
Yeah.
What is it?
They let you be who you are, and they have an amazing system where it's like they have a call for everybody that can can suit their their specific skill set. So they know what I'm good at, and they put me in positions to go do what I'm good at. So when they do that for 11 guys at the same time, which is crazy. So I don't even know how because they're masterminds at what they do, honestly, because they put us in positions to do what we do best every day. And, I appreciate them. I feel like they revitalized my career, honestly, with the Cowboys. And as you can see, they flipped, the way that the perception of, a Dallas defense.
Yeah, let's hold on to that for just a second, because 2020 was not good. Obviously, it's COVID. The whole world's standing on its head, but defensively, that wasn't good.
No.
Which is why the whole defensive staff got flushed out, and Dan Quinn brought everybody else in. But what were you thinking at the end of that year? Because none of you was being viewed the way some of you are being viewed now in a positive light.
Exactly. Because actually what they kind of did was they still had some familiar faces. So Cannon, my nickelback coach,
right?
He was still there. Coach Al was still there, and so they brought some guys that still could help us develop, especially in the back end. They helped us to that transition, honestly, to 2021, and we were definitely like we got to do something. The only way is up. So Coach Quinn was like, everybody, we brought this room together for a certain reason to earn the respect back of the league, because everybody had to prove something. Even DQ had to prove something. So we all said, like, we all bought in that day, that first day of OTAs, and said, like, we're fully behind you, and we fully believe in what you do, and let's go shock the world. So.
What's been the best part about playing under a guy like Dan Quinn, who's such a mastermind when it comes to defensive systems?
Yeah, he believes in his guys, honestly. He believes in every single guy that he puts out there. And he puts us in the best situation. And it's not just, I'm going to do it my way. It's like, how can we win, as a team, not just, the coach's ways and, how can we look best as a coaching staff. It was just, let's put the guys in the best position so we all can win. So, we all appreciate him for that, and he listens to us, and that I feel like that's really what we were missing. We were younger, so.
Having a coach like that believes so much in you and have so much faith in you, just what does that do for you?
It frees you up, man, because it's so much pressure, on the outside world too, to go out there and perform, be a Cowboy. But it just goes out. It just says, just be yourself and put your talent on display, every time you go out there. So I appreciate it, man. So because like I said, he's been a big help in my career, and we love him, like all of us love him.
Is there something non-football that happened at any point after you got here that made you realize that this is not Michigan, and this is not Indianapolis, this is not
Indianapolis?
I don't mean, I'm not picking on Indianapolis, but
Yeah.
but it's not. I'm sorry.
It was like those Saturday mornings when we had to go to the hotel, and then they had all of those people for the those Cowboy experiences, and there'd be thousands of people like just at the hotel just waiting on us. Like it was
Thousands?
Well, I don't know. It was a lot of people. I was
lot.
trying to, but it'd be a lot of people at the start. So it was just, and that was day in, day out. Like, and every day that they could have access, they had it, and it was just like, good Lord, this is different. Like you got to be on point every single day. So like that's when I knew like this isn't just some regular organization. Like this is something that is something to behold. So.
When you're on the field for warm-ups before a game, do you notice what's going on the sideline?
It's a couple celebrities.
Bill Parcells, I love covering Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells had a saying that he wanted the sideline to be as thin as hospital soup. And when he was here, it was. And then he wasn't here, and it's not anymore.
Yeah.
You mean you need a machete to hack your way through all of the weeds on the sideline there sometime.
Man, I mean, that's just what comes with it, and I appreciate it, man, because that adds value to our brand too. That gives us recognition, especially when we're playing like this, and I appreciate it. You know, it's just a bigger stage, and you know, for us to go out there and perform and show our abilities, and you know, to see how mentally strong we are, to you know, just to go out there and perform with everything that's going on. So. I mean, it's a blessing and a curse. It's just how you see it, and I feel like it's definitely a blessing to be a Dallas Cowboy.
Who's been your favorite celebrity that you have kind of run into on the sidelines, and who's kind of been one that you've been like, man, I gotta go over there and say hey, say something?
I saw Tom Brady with his helmet off, and I was like, wow, that's Tom Brady, man.
You played against him though.
He didn't have his helmet off though. Like you saw,
that was
you saw
different.
Tom Brady's hair and everything. I'm like, damn, that's Tom Brady. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Michigan guy, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
Michigan
I hear
guy.
you. I hear you. You're a fan of a lot of different sports, right?
Yes.
So I was thinking this. The question I wanted to ask you is: can you go to a mall now and walk down and not be recognized?
I mean, yeah, for the most part, everybody's a Cowboys fan, so they know like, oh, hey, that's Jourdan Lewis. It's nothing crazy. It's not like, they just.
Well, it's not like Dak. Dak probably can't go to the grocery store.
No, he can't.
himself.
No, you gotta Uber Eats everything.
I was actually thinking about this watching the Rangers the other night, thinking about they're still somewhat anonymous, some of those players, and they're great players. I don't know how many players. I think Josh Young could go to a lot of places and just walk through. Nobody would know him out of uniform.
Man. So, like I said, it's a blessing, man. Like, it's a blessing to be able to, inspire people and, and give them hope and make their day better just by your presence. So.
Did I just diss Josh Young?
You did.
I did not mean to. I really didn't mean to.
They won yesterday, too. So.
I did not mean to do that because I have nothing but love and respect for Josh Young. And go Rangers. How about them? Okay, we're going to take our final break. Some of you who are here with us at Sidecar Social who have questions for Jourdan, hold your hand up. We'll have the microphone when we come back, and that comes right up after this.
Go Cowboys!
supported by Albertsons.
It's big, it's good, and it's only for Cowboys fans. The Cowboys special from the Cowboys and Papa John's. A large one-topping pizza for only $9.99. Order today. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, the official pizza of the Dallas Cowboys.
We almost had a moment going during the break there because I asked Jordan, did I just diss Josh Young? And he said, you did a little bit. And Nicole, who is wearing Astros orange.
I didn't.
I'm from
notice that.
Houston.
That's crazy.
I'm from Houston.
Right, and so and we understand that. So you're an Astros fan then, right?
Yes.
Okay, just want to point that out.
Hey.
It's just wanted to point this part of the rivalry.
on, Brad.
It's part Nicole. It's part of the rivalry. It's not my fault. I'm just sitting here. Was Ohio State your favorite rivalry in college, Jourdan Lewis?
It was. It definitely was. We got to play some guys that I saw in high school, that we went to camps together and stuff like that. That I had some stuff against. So yeah, it definitely was.
Which you could, if you're not watching on DallasCowboys.com, you can't see the big grin on his face when he said that.
Yeah, it was fun though. It was definitely fun. I mean, I had a lot of teammates that I played with for the Cowboys that I played against in Ohio State rivalry. So
That would include the running back who's now in New England, wouldn't it?
yep, it'll include him.
Did you tackle him in college?
Never touched him.
Did you try?
I mean, we all did.
All right, very good. How about in the NFL? Are there teams where you feel the rivalry a little more strongly?
I see where it's going.
No, I mean it's not going. I'm making this up as I go along.
For sure. I mean, the 49ers is one, and definitely the Eagles. So those are two of the teams that we're most familiar with, and know how they play and know how they feel about us. So that's definitely two of the teams I feel like this.
A lot of people think that both teams have to be doing reasonably well for there to be a rivalry.
Yeah.
I've only been doing this a minute, but my experience is there is no hate in the world of sports in any league like Dallas Cowboys hate that people exhibit around the country.
It's nuts. It's crazy. Like you don't even have to be a fan or watch the Cowboys. Like they just want you to lose because I guess that's the popular opinion. It's crazy. It's nuts.
There might be some international soccer rivalries that are on that level, but that's just how I hear it. Let's take some questions from the audience.
Hello, Jordan. Larry from McKinney.
Okay.
I'm curious as to hear any wild stories. If you're keeping in touch with Ben Gideon and Chris Williams. Oh, you already know.
Yeah.
But I want to hear the wildest story between the three of you.
Between the three of us?
And now you're going to have to give us a little background because Nicole and I don't know what you're talking about.
So those are my Michigan teammates.
Okay.
Ben Gideon and Chris Wormley. I got one for Chris. I just randomly bumped into him in Dallas in like 2018, and he was at a bar. And that's about it. We had a great time.
Excuse me, which means that you were at a bar.
I said we. That means I included
Well, you said
myself
I
in-
randomly bumped into him.
At a
He
bar.
was at a bar.
Yeah. You caught it. Okay. You caught me.
My job's
You
to
got me.
My job's to listen.
Hi, Jordan. My name's Tony. Many years ago, the Cowboys had a little pregame scuffle with the 49ers. And, of course, the other day, the 49ers had a pregame scuffle with the team they were playing.
Yep.
Did that little pregame handshake fire y'all up any more than you already were?
No, we actually, crazy part is like we saw them and we was like, okay, they're trying to be tough, so it's like they're already kind of mentally psyched out. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, we knew what type of energy they were trying to bring because of the game previous that we played. So we were ready for it, but then they tried to do all the tough stuff, and we knew that we already had them. So.
Were you anywhere near that stuff that broke out on the sideline last night?
I started it. Yeah, I started it.
You did
Not
you didn't
start.
start.
Not started it because
I thought Derwin James started it.
he was no. I was up. So
Did
can I explain? Can I explain?
Yes,
Let
I
me
just want to make
explain.
sure everybody understands.
I'll
I was actually sitting on the bench
Yeah.
before the game, and the Cowboys were still coming out.
Exactly.
And the 49ers were
Yeah.
out in their individual groups, and
So-
their defensive backs
Yeah.
were in a group, and I just looked up, and everybody's
So
fighting and swinging, and
So I didn't fight. I just got somebody hands off of me. So we were waiting for the rest of our team. Like we were waiting for the O-line and linebacker. So we were trying to slap hands. They weren't there yet. And I was slapping hands, and I'm just like, okay, I see him approaching. And they was like, y'all gotta move out our way. This y'all trying to get our way.
I
Get our
didn't see
way.
that part.
Y'all
Okay.
trying to get our way. Y'all trying to be tough. I'm like, I'm just slapping my teammates' hands. We'll get out our way. We get out your way.
Who was it was talking to
done.
you?
For what's the safety number 20?
Oh, yeah. They just he was
He's a younger
filling in.
guy. He's a
yeah, he
younger
was
guy.
filling in for Gilman, who was out injured.
Okay. Yeah. So he started it like so he grabbed my hand and I was like "Get off me," and then everybody just rushed in. I was like, oh man, it's a party.
And then you got the hell out of Dodge.
I wouldn't say that, but if you watched the film, I was no longer in the inner
You don't want no smoke.
workings of.
I saw Fowler acting like he was Joe Frazier.
Yeah. No, yeah. It was remnants. It was definitely remnants of Joe Frazier.
Okay.
Hey, Jordan. My name is Corey. With you being a versatile DB, being able to play outside and the inside, can you talk about the difference playing like the slot DB and then the outside DB?
Yeah, it's different reads. When you're outside, it's the different reads that you have for like the 3 steps, 5 steps, 7 steps of the quarterback and the receivers. Footwork, and it's different from going inside. So like it's different routes inside, and it's different routes for a cornerback. So it's definitely different skill sets for each position. But yeah, that's what I feel is like the difference. Just different routes, and it's a whole new game. Inside and outside. So.
Is it correct to say that someone who can play the slot defensively might also be able to play outside, but just because someone plays outside does not mean they would be able to play in the slot?
No, they both are mutually exclusive.
Really?
Yeah, so that you definitely, if you had a skill set to play both, it's really good. Since I've been playing outside my whole life, that's what I'm used to. Like, I understand, the techniques of being outside. But some guys just are inside guys, and some guys are outside guys.
Good evening, Jordan. My name is Rambo. No, penalties are part of the game. Yesterday, of course, there was a lot of penalties. Do you just go down the sideline sometimes and tell your teammates, guys, can we just please stop with the penalties?
We're taught to fight through it, honestly. We also taught not to, get penalized, but when the game is going like that and everything's flowing, we gotta fight through it. Any situation that we get put into, we gotta go out there and perform and execute. So, we know that, some of the games are gonna be like that, and we just gotta go out there and perform.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. We got about a minute left. What other sports do you most enjoy following besides football?
I like basketball. a lot.
Favorite team?
My favorite team? I'm a LeBron fan.
Wherever he is.
Or my team is the Mavericks.
Okay.
My team is the Mavericks.
All right, let's make that clear.
And I got some stuff with Detroit, the Pistons. I like.
That's where you're from.
Yeah, I'm from there. So, but I really enjoy the Mavericks. I like Luka a lot, and I'm so glad that they retained Kyrie. So.
You must have played at a pretty high level.
Basketball?
Yeah.
High school. That was about it. I could have played in college. I don't think I would have actually got on the floor. But
were you a
What
1 or a
position?
2?
I was a 1. I was a 1. So bro, I'm 5'10". What else? I can't play nothing else.
I understand, but I have a feeling you could shoot.
Yeah, I can score the ball. I definitely can score the ball, but I was too little. I kind of stopped growing.
And baseball? Did you play baseball?
Too slow. Way too slow. Way too slow. It was no. I couldn't hit the ball. I was scared. Oh my goodness, the ball was coming at me so fast. And that was when I was in 6th grade. So can you imagine if I was in high school trying to hit a ball?
No, I think it's the hardest thing to do in sports.
It is. No, it's crazy. You get paid to fail, honestly.
You absolutely do, but you don't.
No,
You get paid to succeed, and we're all watching it
Yes, sir.
happen. Jourdan Lewis, our special guest tonight on Victory Tuesday at Sidecar Social. Give him a big hand, and we will be here next Monday night in spite of the fact that it's a bye week, and Tyler Smith will be here next Monday night at Sidecar Social on the Cowboys Hour.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?